want it and then throw it away. That point of contact, and that can happen. Especially when, because people have this fantasy about what they're going to find about themselves. It's a fantasy. What you end up finding when your chatter goes off and you just feel the vibe around you is what's real about you. And sometimes that's really hard to look at. There are times where I can't do that. So people jump off that train, right? And try to go build a normal life, very structured. Because it's tough. I mean, I don't want to fool anybody. But it's in those tough moments that you get to see the depth. You get to cut yourself a deeper channel. What you fill it with when you bounce back is your business. Muck is usually not the thing that goes in there. That's not very good. But the deeper that channel, the more awake you are. We have a lot to realize as people. That our brains, the way we've got them wired, does not work. It just does not work. It completely cancels out the possibility of what our true power is. It annihilates it. There's no thoughts that really tell you anything about a person. Not like that. There's not too much chatter. I hear too much chatter. Can you take the silence? Can you handle the silence? Okay. If you can, you're 2 steps away from the infinite. Now the silence means you can't be, no judgments, no ideas, no notions. That's chatter. Even knowledge spouting is chatter. Because now you got knowledge, great, what are you going to do with it? Being is worth so much more. It's not to say that knowledge is worthless. It's not. But on the scale of importance, it's not number 1. Being is number 1. Because without it, there's no knowledge. You have to be to have knowledge. So really, what can make contact with your true being? Your knowledge? No? It would have to be your being, wouldn't it? Yeah, I mean, they're alike. One being's here, and the rest of you is the being that goes on for infinity, and you're out there somewhere, too. That's your connection, that's your contact. So the being is what makes contact with the divine. Not the mind, Not the personality people toss around. Not the ideas they have in their head. You can think about divine connection all you want. Does not imply that you'll have it. Right? And I think what happens is when people do get it, they won't talk about it to the point where they don't have it anymore. Right? Because what did they do? They made knowledge the point of contact. Once again, it's very tough. The mind is dominant. In this culture, for sure. Mind dominates being. So we're constantly running back to it. It's like Mecca for all of us. It's the Wailing Wall. It's church. It's our religion. To retreat to the mind and lay to waste all the depth we've found. It's a shame. It won't paralyze me or cripple me. Because I'm not going to think about it enough to let it do that. Right? Because eventually, being is what's real. And thinking, valuable, sure. As valuable as the diamond on your ring. Right? As valuable as your time on earth. But it will never replace what you actually are. It's very funny that people cannot accept the full brunt of what they are. I mean, the fact that, just take a simple physical fact. Everybody here is made from stuff that's billions of years old. That's pretty crazy. So, what's beaming through you is what made all that. Wow. What are you lacking again? What is it you need that you don't have? See, to me, I think if this is really my fantasy. If humans stopped consuming, what would happen? You know what my fantasy is? You would just basically drift from here. From where to? To a place that's more fitting for where you'd find yourself. Right? Is consuming the only thing that goes on in the universe? No, it's just one little corner of it. We love it. We are all crackheads because we love it. You know, it could possibly be we were supposed to evolve long ago. Realize that we are the universe itself in form, and that through the power of the universe itself, individuated in each of us, we could transform our form to something more subtle, something that has less of an impact. And maybe that was supposed to happen 1,000 years ago. And the reason that we're all still here wasn't ever supposed to get this crowded. You were all supposed to, some of them did. I mean, you go into some of the ancient cultures, they talk about it. You know, the Hopis, they talked about it. The Anasazi, according to them, went through the walls. They walked right into that stone. Vanished from here.